Alright, so before we get into the equations of circles, I want to talk about this warm-up problem. It says to find the vertex of the graph, and I want to specifically talk about it in the form of using the complete the square to write it in vertex form. Okay, first off, f of x can be changed to y, so we have y equals x squared plus 10x minus 9. Now, when we complete the square, we want to take this x squared plus 10x plus something and make it a parentheses square. We are completing the square. Now remember, what you add to one side, you add to the other. So I'll have y, all this information here. Oh, let me go ahead and fill in this. So y plus, okay, so we take 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So add 25 to both sides. So I have y plus 25 equals x plus 5 squared minus 9. Now it's almost in vertex form. All we have to do is subtract 25 from both sides. So negative 9 minus 25 is negative 34. So the vertex would be negative 5, negative 34. So as I said, we're continuing on with circles. Recall that the formula for the circles is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Now we need h and k, which would be the center, and we need r, which is the radius. These are the two things that we need in order to graph a circle. So let's take a look at this problem here. X squared plus y squared equals 25. Now this can actually be rewritten as x plus 0 squared plus y plus 0 squared equals 5 squared. Now the reason I did this is I want you to see, I put it in the form that you see right here. X minus h, so x minus 0, plus y minus k, so k is 0, and then r squared. Well, 25 is really just 5 squared. So my center is at 0, 0, and my radius is 5. If you're not sure how to get the number, all you do is take this 25 and square root it to get your radius. And that's going to be important because sometimes we're not going to have nice perfect squares. So let's go ahead and graph. We have our center at 0, 0, and the radius being 5, we go right, up, left, and down 5 units. So connecting the 4 points gives us the circle with a center 0, 0, and a radius of 5. Alright, so if you take a look at this problem is not in standard form. We actually have to add the y squared to both sides to put it in standard form. So the standard form will be x squared plus y squared equals 16. Remember, this is also x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals, and the square root of 16 is 4, so 4 squared. So we have a center again at 0, 0, and a radius of 4, because it's the square root of 16. So let's go ahead and plot this, 0, 0, go right, up, and left 4 units, and down 4 units total. And from our center, there we have it, a circle with the center 0, 0, and a radius of 4 units. Alright, now in this particular problem, we got to find the center. This is our h, this is our k, and then this is r squared. So really, the square root of 4 is 2, so my radius is 2. Okay? Now h is going to be 2 and k is comma 3. Be careful because remember it's x minus h. The minus is a part of the formula. So the sign is different than what it appears. So let's put the point at 2, 3 for our center, and we go right 2 units, up 2 units, left 2 units, and down 2 units to draw a circle. So here we have the equation of the circle, x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 4. Alright, now with this one, I'm going to rewrite it. X minus 0 squared plus y plus 6 squared equals, and then what is the square root of 1? Well, the square root of 1 is still 1, so this would be 1 squared. So my radius is 1 units, and my center is at 0, comma, negative 6. So 0, negative 6, and I go right 1, up 1, left 1, and down 1 from my center. So from the center, there we go. That is the circle, x squared plus y plus 6 squared equals 1. Alright, why don't you take a minute, pause the video, and try this problem. Alright, hopefully you are done now, and you are just waiting to see if you've done this correctly. This is H, this is K. Remember, the signs are opposite of what they appear, so the center should be at -3, 1. The radius will be 4 because the square root of 16 is 4. Now, I understand it's plus or minus 4, but we're not going to have a distance of a -4. So -3, 1, and a radius of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I go off the page just a smidge, so let me fix that. So yours will fall off the graph just a little bit, and so will mine. So there we have it. This is our graph with the center at -3, 1, and a radius of 4 in every direction. Alright, now without graphing, how do we know if the point 3, -1 lies on this circle? Well, 3 is our x value, -1 is our y value. So the question is, when I plug in 3 for x and -1 for y, do I equal 9? That is the question. So take what's here in the left-hand side and type it in your calculator. You should have gotten 5. Does 5 equal 9? The answer is no, so the point does not lie on the line. Does not lie on the circle, excuse me. Alright, so let's try the next problem. Okay, given that we have an x value of 6 and a y value of 2, does it lie on the equation of the circle provided here? So we plug in 6 for x, 2 for y, and type this in your calculator on the left-hand side, exactly the way you see it. I get 25 is equal to 25, so yes, this point does lie on the circle. Alright, so I'm going to throw in a little tidbit of information for our pop quiz the next time I see you. In my front yard, I have the most beautiful tree, and it is called an okame cherry blossom tree. And it blooms the first time spring is available. It blooms pretty pink blossoms. So if I ask you what type of tree I have in my front yard, I need you to say okame cherry blossom. I would recommend writing these on your notes because remember, you can pull out your notes tomorrow and just copy this down on the little index card. Alright, well, I will see you guys later.